It's the Jhin. Okay, long range poke. Jhin Rumble, a super classic pairing. Can't kill a tank to save its life though, so wonder if that is going to be the response on the opposite side for MKOI.
Yeah, I mean, I think we see the Galio here response into the Rumble, a classic matchup in this day and age. Just really nullifies the Rumble inlay. They're actually looking at the lure here. Keep in mind the Ocean Drake is the most annoying Drake to take, because with the slow and the high damage output can be easily end up in a weird situation, but will go back in. I think Lynx is coming back with a Sheen. Isn't the best buy, because keep in mind, at best, you're going to get 2 Sheen procs in a long fight. Compared to double Ruby Crystal and a longsword, that's a lot more combat stats.
Yeah. Maybe he wants to extend.
Oh, this is interesting. Mirren is now going to TP both to cover that wave. They're opening to completely secure top Grub's top, because they know Nako can't base in TP. This is why Teleport is so strong, because you can just decide what lane assignments you want. They are really happy having this tanky Galio into the Syndra, just clearing waves on the weak side. Meanwhile, Nako's going to have to use the Equalizer to clear out this wave, but he's probably going to have to look for a recall here, because next wave is super dangerous if he stays.
But he is. 3 Grubs picked up.
Jordan has it, and this is the problem when you don't have a TP top laner, is you lose a lot of those map plays. You could theoretically have had your Rumble top here with TP, and if you want to contest this Drake, he can then TP down. But because you have the Ghost, you really need to make fights happen as a 5-man unit. You can't really play as split. You see, MKOI is playing a very wide game state, while Vitality really needs to try to constrict it a little bit. As now Dive comes out there, but the Galio ult I think will just be enough to save him. But Fiesta has to flash out.
He has to force a flash. Okay! Oh, that last tower shot, that last stick of poison. One person, they'll die.
Absolutely.
Now, I can't promise that you'll win the fight after that. It could be tricky, but Fleshy might not even make it to the fight. Lockdown, layered CC, the miasma there. Kaza standing behind, but he just doesn't do a damn thing. Second kill over to MKOI. Role quest completed, so we'll be allowed to join the fight. And this could still be an angle for Vitality.
I mean, the game is quite even. Everyone has really got that first item, so goal lead doesn't really matter. The fact that MKOI is up.
Clone, split. Lynx is immediately going to go for the World, but he's already been locked up. They found the real target. Jojo just on the chase. Q flash forward, coming in from Elyoya.
They're just
Fleshy running away.
Every single time Vitality.
Things once again coming up MKOI. They finally grouped. It finally looked like they might find the angle, but MKOI recognizing their power, just start the fight first.
Yeah, and I think this also
really down to clown. They're down to fight, man.
I mean, Dragon is up bot side, but we are 5-manning the Grump. I respect it.
They really don't like that Grump. Or Linces, apparently, as Linces is in trouble now. Kaza winning over the wall. Oh, I don't think Alvaro wanted that one. Now he's a little bit too far. In enemy territory, the root is there. Like MKOI, will they leave a man behind? They probably should. Oh, nasty sidestep from Alvaro. Ulti shield now coming in, giving a little bit more. Lince is still locked up. There's no follow-up damage, so he will just die. But Mirwan trying to chase down Fleshy. Supa can't land a Q. Fleshy a little bit too clean with it. 4-shot. This is getting bad really fast. This is great deep for Vitality. Supa finally able to go over the wall. Lince is now going to fall. The equalizer not enough. Fleshy debating if he can go in again. Hookshot EQ Supa. Ooh. Remember, he's really good with the concussion. I mean, he still lives for a very long time.
He's a fantastic player under concussion. I think the problem here for Vitality was the Rumble
match. So how you develop over the course of the split is significantly more important than how you're playing right now. But it's solid, both for the fans, for your reputation, and for your own confidence to put up kind of reminiscent of that, and then it feels like the team has the same idea and are working well to execute it.
I really want Vitality to implement the Rumble a little bit more in these fights.
Lock up there. Ulti coming in from Mirwan. Linces and Kaza already on the retweet. Well, it's retreat. I said retweet.
Maybe something's happening there. We said we wanted Vitality to implement the Rumble more. Now Jordan caught out.
Flashed away. Fleshy on the chase. Can try to lock him in the Thunderdome. Fiesta coming in from behind. Jojo still living for quite a long time here. Hoping to take down Fiesta. Good pick for Vitality. A lot of ultis.
Marked and will take 7% more damage. So very useful if you're like a bruisery AP tank.
Yes. And gets rid of Nami building it, which is fantastic because kind of hated that.
I did see a lot of Nami's buys in my solo queue games though.
On accident?
Yeah, because they didn't read the patch notes and they were just completely useless.
Hey, if you land the bubble in the ulti, man, there's some value there at the very least. All right, top lane tier 1 going down, but Mirwan's already moving in. Maybe hoping to find an exit kill.
Yeah, looking for Linces here. Has to flash.
A minute until Soul. So if they find a kill on Linces here, that's it for the Dragon Soul. Linces now running for dear life. Warrior Trickster out, but now the chase comes in, the point and click. It's all too easy for MKOI. The absolute worst possible scenario for Vitality is they lose their jungler.
Monkey see, monkey do, monkey die. As now MKOI might turn to the Baron instead. Maybe don't even care about the soul, but now Jordan is against on mid lane. Just gonna be a stun maybe.
Initial start to the pick. Follow-up is there from Fleshy, but now Mirwan's on the way in. That magic damage shield keeping Jojo standing. It's all falling apart. Kaza is dead as well. Vitality looking loose, looking scared, looking messy as MKOI take their sweet time. They pick off Fleshy. They're debating if they want to go for another fight, but I think the Soul might feel a little bit better. 7 seconds left on Linces.
Decision to go for the Soul here. Once again, Vitality pushed their buttons, but at what cost? They didn't find anything. I think Fleshy found a good denial of the Petrifying Gaze from Jojo, but they didn't have the damage or the people to kill him in time. I don't think the Equalizer came down on him. Because now Naknako has that ultimate, really wants to find something, dodge some skill shots, get some poke damage, because if they get this Dragon, it is very tough for Vitality to play the game.
Supa has lost some HP, but Fiesta is without ultimate, has Protobell, has the flash, finds the initial stun. Mirwin now in trouble as Naknako pushes up. Aftershock gonna fade. Mirwin, nice moves, but the burn should just finish him off. But Naknako, the flash into the enemy team. He does connect the Equalizer onto 3. It's a decent amount of chip damage, and it might push MKOI back enough to stop the play, but now it's a flash out from Fiesta. Deadly Flourish doesn't connect. Fleshy, hook shot, the wall dive, not quite in time. Exhaust already there, Fleshy about to drop. Linces retreating, and once again, MKOI have taken a favorable exchange. 2 for 1 in their favors. Naknako and Fleshy fall in exchange for Mirwin, and now it's just going to be sole point for the side of MKOI.
Yeah, I don't think Linces can get into that pit and steal it. It would require a miracle for him to deny this Dragon, but it might be looking.
Linces, we're not going to get it. Cloud Drake, Cloud Soul for MKOI.
And in the end, it's just going to be a 3-4 as Fiesta is dead.
And it does feel like Vitality, they had lost control of the game a while ago, but this is really the moment where I felt like they lost control. Naknako full focusing on that single kill instead of backing up.
Yeah, I mean, what you can do there is you take the big chunk on the Galio and use the fact that you are a 2-item Rumble, almost full HP. They don't have a top laner, and then walk into that river. Maybe some magic can happen, but right now, you're just going to give this Baron. They're trying to get some kind of cross-map on bot, but I think Loon is going to TP down there and just clear out that wave with that Hollow Radiance.
And you can hear the once raucous arena is dead quiet.
They're not enjoying this that much.
Ain't nobody in this house excited about MKOI kicking the hell out of Vitality. And they're going to be extra not excited when Jojo Pyun comes out of that bush and kills Karzi, who's dead. Wow. Okay. Folks, I'd love to give it a little more sauce, but there's not a lot of sauce to be had here. They're just getting run down. Naknako running out to safety. Knockup just barely clipping him. And he's going to be dead because every single piece of CC in the world is available to MKOI. And it's making it so easy for them to push this lead.
Well, it turns out MKOI with a lead is pretty good still in our league. I think good snowball from them this game.
Good with the lead when they have CC. I don't want to see another Nafiri Karma.
Nafiri Karma Mordekaiser didn't hit for you as now Jojo.
Cloud Soul Jojo Pyun should be impossible for Linces to get away. It is. It's Jojo Pyun now on a rampage. It's a 7K gold lead. And remember, the early stages looked close, but it was on MKOI to weather the storm of what a Camille can do, of where she can go in the early game. And they really did a good job. It was that single trade in the bot lane that sparked hope for Vitality. But the rest of this game, they've been playing down. They have been living in Zugzwang.
Yeah, I mean, Zugzwang is absolutely good. It's the correct term to describe it, absolutely. Because the thing with Camille is that there's a lot of pressure on the Camille to do a lot of work.
But if you're not 100% in the right mindset, if your team coordination isn't on point, I think it's just so hard to force and find those angles. And it's just really limited Vitality in this game. MKOI are just walking on a victory march, folks.
We're going to have to see a last stand here soon from Vitality. You need to find some kind of fight. Maybe a pick onto Mirwin is the thing you need. Maybe if you flash onto Jojo who doesn't have flash. Right now, the game is falling apart. You need to take charge of it.
Onto Jojo. Immediate combo comes in. Jojo able to get some CC down, but Mirwin's ulti keeps him standing. The movement speed steroid from Cloud is disgusting. All of Vitality running. That's all they had in the tank, and it wasn't enough to even find a single kill. Linces dead. Karzi dead. Fiesta and Fleshy doing what they can to hold the line as Naknako steps out of base. Don't know where Naknako is going. He's just walking away to make sure he can fully recall. That's respectable. Will heal right back up when he gets there. MKOI poised to end it. Refused to hold the wooden spoon. Determined to pass it to the side of Vitality as Fleshy. No agency, no chance to make a play. Alvaro goes in one more time, and Fiesta going to drop down yet again. MKOI absolutely the better team from start to finish in game one as they move up in the series.
And Naknako once again has to stare at his Nexus fall while all his teammates lie dead on the blind for Mirwin, something that he has grown to love as well. Pretty bold blind pick against a man that plays Renekton, because Renekton absolutely destroys Ambessa in the laning phase. And combine that with a Panther.
No, Vince, no. Bro, please, I don't need that joke to be the one that follows me around. Regardless, Jojo Pune in the end is the one who makes someone disappear in the mid lane, and now it's going to be hard for Fiesta because he didn't buy anything when he backed as refillable, but Alvaro dies!
There's a lane in that box in bot lane, and it's Alvaro stuck in the box being sawed down by Kaza, but Super going in for the trade back, had the damage.
One more auto, flash away from Fleshy, manages to get away from that damage, just making it a 1-for-1 in the end.
I'm surprised Kaza died there. I thought for sure he could walk out of that, but we were not
Stun,
down.
flash forward from Lenses to body block. Fiesta holding on for Elyoya. Quick safeguard out from Elyoya. Will make it out. Flash away from the stun. Q in back on a Fiesta and another kill. Oh,
it's the magic man.
It's
I mean, getting a pickaxe base as Renekton is the dream. You just get so much more damage. There's no
Fiesta. Oh no, he doesn't sidestep E. Oh, Rocklimi Quill, no. Oh, he was so
Fleshy. He's going to secure an objective for Vitality.
Ooh, nice backstep on the ulti from Knock-Knocko. Mirwin not going to hit anything. Could just be the solo bolo here. Cold a week ready to go. Ooh, Mirwin. Flash just barely taking him out there.
Yeah, but now he has to flash. You know, when Limses ticks over to level 6 and gets that Grand Skyfall, could be a lot of opportunity for Vitality to attack into the Brooklyn bush.
Well, Finn, we are seeing the magic we asked for. Exhaust down onto Karzi. Good trade back on the Super. But Elyoya's here, and they absolutely do not know. Kick back, but he manages to live. No! But Alvaro again gets the kill.
Alvaro's doesn't have TP quite yet. Right now, Vitality could contest and have a numbers advantage.
Linces gets one grub. I think Vitality should be happy with that and just walk away. That's the ult he used. Arcane Storm. Alvaro going to dash back. They get Karzi's flash.
Rune is moving up now. I think this bodes well for MKOI. Vitality to stay around. They might bite off more than they can chew.
The ulti already down for Jojo, though, so not a whole lot of damage left here. Both sides are just going to walk away. There's really no counter play on the opposite side of the map for Vitality, however, so they are just going to lose out on a grub. And at least one minion of CS is Super finally going to get back to that top. Fiesta, good backstep.
Movement.
That ability is fake now unless you hit CC first, just for anyone who doesn't know. The hitbox is too small. It's Fiesta!
I got some CC for you, Dracos. We got a kick in the face.
I don't even think he needs these kicks. That was the exact reference I was looking for. Someone's got to teach them. It's on Melzet. Melzet has to teach these kids because they have so much potential. And right now they're showing a lot of that potential, but again, they're not super contested here. And I think this is what's frustrating for MKOI is, look, good for them and their fans to find these wins. MKOI, no doubt, are still a top team in our league. The question is, how high up on the tier list are they? If you just watch this game, they look like the best team we've ever seen. Now, unfortunately, there's some other games where they struggled a bit more, so we'll need to see what it looks like there. Linces kicking this fight off. Solid start. Ulti comes out from Fleshy for the extra healing and the cleanse. Karzi still debating if he can walk in. Super really playing on the edge here. Shockwave behind is a good start. Shut down now in the meantime. Signs of life from the side of Vitality. Elyoya sprinting, running for his life. Oh, a shutdown for Fiesta! And this is what we talked about. MKOI, they got all the answers right, but they forgot to write their name on the test, Finn! And now they're falling apart! Shield balled in. Jojo about to fall. The Q4 the finish. Linces with the comments. So big money for Linces. Let's see what Vitality, fresh lease on life. Gold dead even. Jojo Pune still wildly ahead in the 1v1, however. But now Knock-Knocko's on the way in. He's gonna get walked out menacingly.
Oh, he
Flash in. Knock-Knocko about to get stunned up. The dominance is still there. Jojo Pune getting kicked out. No! It's falling apart! The kids, they're learning. They've written their name on the test. They're punishing Knock-Knocko. Down he goes! And that, also with a more of a scaling option in the form of the roll-up, but you will get a little bit more burst from Fiesta on this first item.
Linces right now with a Grand Skyfall.
Linces moving in, eggs this all for the extra movement speed. Dash in from Karzi. Lockdown is there immediately. Nice. Karzi finds the kill. Fleshy and Karzi playing so damn well. Flash forward on Jojo Pune to get away from the shockwave is big. Alvaro looking for the interrupt and he catches Linces in the meantime. Jojo Pune on the chase, but Fiesta zoning away perfectly, kiting this one out. Elyoya coming in from behind, looking to finish him off. Karzi blinking health bar, but he's living for now. Linces stepping up with Fiesta, managing to grab another. Elyoya doesn't quite finish Fleshy. Oh, it's a disaster, but at least Jojo gets one back. Jojo going in. Fiesta has to flash back. Q getting charged up. Comments as well as these champions really want to build both the Essence Reaver as well as the Navori, and it delays that IE. But when Karzi's the one who's so far ahead of the clock with that extra pickaxe in his inventory, he's going to be sitting pretty in these fights.
Especially when Lucian gets so strong, they can actually dash forward into Victor, not like double lift. With all those item advantages, with that Milio range, suddenly it becomes a lot more difficult for MKOI to play on the mid waves because you are outranged. See here, Supa is struggling to play a little bit.
Ulti out, guess is just going to walk him down, forces the flash. Supa caught sleeping, had the ulti, could have gotten away from the shockwave, just didn't respect it.
You can't.
He cannot move.
Okay.
And again, it's Alvaro and Elyoya showing up to save the play.
They are making magic. We said it in the beginning of the game. We said Elyoya and Alvaro has to make magic for MKOI to win this game. And so far, I think they're getting a B+.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of magic. I mean, Jojapune has definitely made more magic. Although I say that, and now clearly I have caster cursed him. Actually, he's caster cursed himself. He's just, oh, surprise! A new opponent has occurred. You thought you were in the 1v1. Knock, knock, go. Not messing around this time. Linces took the kill. Fair enough.
It's easiest Pantheon. I mean, you execute.
Trying to take a bit of time to set up here. 3 minutes away from Drake does make things a little bit more difficult as Knock Knocko, a very powerful man, is still running forward. The cozy campfire. Give him a bit of extra power as he just continues to run face first into MKOI. Calling onto Alvaro is big! That's going to be one quick kill picked up.
Tries to knock up someone that goes on him. Now you might have to end up giving this tower. Linces goes in with a stun.
Supa crucially has that ulti back up and available, but the Aegis Assault makes it easy for Linces to jump in and jump out. Jojapune taking a tower in the meantime. Shockwave only connecting on Elyoya. Feathers pulled back to root Fiesta. Elyoya safeguards to safety before the next fight. Potential angle of attack for the side of MKOI.
Supa
calling there. Supa no wall makes it an easy kill pickup. Linces now looking for the follow-up. Alvaro has to flash out and back into the arms of Elyoya. MKOI, do they want to keep going for this fight? There's some cautious pings.
Ruin is coming on midway, but I don't think he can do anything. He might
extra movement speed for Linces. Flash in. Goes for the shield vault. Karzi just continues to rain damage down. The Death Dance does a bit of work for Mirwin, but it's just not enough to keep him alive. Linces on a rampage.
And that's Baron. That's Baron for Vitality. They have completely swung back this game. It looked like a disaster in the beginning, but good picks and I think great, relentless aggression.
Baron taking a damn long time, but they've got the flank. They boxed MKOI in. Knock Knocko has popped the dominance. Elyoya locked up. No chance for the Herald to respond to take him out to safety. Jojapune instead is the one who's going to mount up and try to escape, but it's going to spit him out into the middle of the team. Now he needs to get to running the flash forward. The Ruthless Predator, the slice, the dice, and Karzi takes another.
Vitality have come alive in this arena right now. They are going to pick up this Baron. They're going to recall and try to take this Dragon as well. And it seems like every single fight is going their way.
You wanted to see magic in this game. Well, the Magicians are on the side of Vitality. Fiesta, though, is in trouble. Potentially a bit of an unnecessary play, but it's Vitality now set up to take that Baron.
He's trying to delay them so they can't just randomly start Dragon and try to rush that down before Linces can make it out. Has the Grand Skyfall in 7 seconds. I think maybe Linces is going to try to move down there so they can actually take this Dragon as well.
Hoping to take this one away as Fleshy continues to wander in.
Looks like he's going to give it. He's going to get their items. You see now Karzi. But and Jojo, all the gold is on you, but you're buying so many tank items. You look at his items, it's Roa, it's Protobelt, it's Sonya's. He's not really optimizing to do a lot of damage. And I feel like that's what MKOI needs right now. They need someone to just pump out a large amount of damage. And I think they're looking towards Supa right now because Jojapune, he's just going to be a bastion, but he can't really kill anyone with Vitality.
Yeah, and I think it's a situation where now that Karzi has become such a massive problem, you need to one-shot him, but you really do not have the tools to do so, or else he massively mispositions. And even if he makes a small hiccup, you have the Milio there to cleanse him out, to heal him up, the Cozy Campfire as well. It means the MKOI are really struggling to answer this Baron push.
I mean, Elyoya needs to find a kick better than Ferran Torres here to finish out the game, because right now, Vitality are pushing on their base. Shockwave goes a little bit wide, but look at that damage on Jojo. The moment he walks up, gets chunked to 30% HP.
MKOI trying to hold the line. Vitality, a resurgence in performance. The kick good initially from Elyoya, but the counterplay is there. Alvaro finds the charm onto 2, but the follow-up just is not there. Linces is now ready to turn the play. Knock Knocko ready to dive in, but it's Mirwin. Mirwin in the back line, holding on. A Sundering Slam as he's pushed back. The public execution crucially does not connect. MKOI fighting for their lives to get this Baron out, but in goes Karzi. The exhaust down, flashback from Supa. A few more feathers to finish it as Jojo grabs the shutdown. Now he's on the chase.
Vitality.
Fortunately, he did overstep. The good news is he had enough money to go back and buy that 4th item as well. Knock, knock,
flash and knock, knock, go.
Potentially straying a bit too far to the sideline. Doesn't make it over the wall on the slice. Oh, God, that is not good.
He bumped his nose on the wall.
Picked up for Jojo Pune. Pivoting that build, not going to finish the full Zanyas. Instead, recognizing that he has to do a bit of damage here. They want to come out on top. Gravity field down.
Level 16 on Ambessa is a very big spike for that 3rd point in R, but Alvaro...
Flash in, immediate stun. The execution again doesn't connect. Oh, it's such a mess. The lockup not perfectly timed. The coordination not there for MKOI this time around. As it's easy now for Knock Knocko and the rest of Vitality to descend on MKOI. Elioya trying desperately to clear the wave. We were so critical of the coordination of Vitality, but it's MKOI who fumble it in the moment.
I mean, now they're going to run down mid here, and Knocko is not going to cry crocodile tears. They're going to be of joy as Vitality pick up their 1st win, most likely, I hope, of the LEC Summer Split. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic play from Fleshy. Denies the engage from Alvaro. The instant cleanse on the charm allows Kaza to relentless pursue out of the knockup before that lands, before the perfect execution. Chains the CC and chains him down until he dies.
I don't think the public execution has landed a single time this game. Every single time dodged away, no doubt, due in part to Fleshy and those incredible ultimates. 2-0-16 from Fleshy as Alvaro tries to cut the wave to distract Vitality, buying a bit more time. Jojo Pune is here with an ulti available.
No
Vitality, if they make a mistake here, it might cost them the game. Mir1 continuing to step up, calling down for Kaza. Initial wave clear, but now it's Jojo Pune in trouble. Kaza doing a hell of a lot of damage.
They're not the Volts though. I think this will be hard to defend for MKOI.
5 seconds left. Shockwave. Jojo Pune goes golden. Follow up for Lenses. Jojo Pune still living for an extra moment. Kick back, coming in. Kaza ticking. Flash forward from Supa. Can he make the difference? All 5 members of Vitality still alive.
A lot of low health bars, but no ults on the team of MKOI. Can Vitality
soul itself. So Vitality seem content to give it up. But Kaza, the man that we have to watch in these fights, supported by Fleshy, doing a lot of work, drawing a lot of fire.
Yeah, so it starts with Alvaro just going down.
Vitality, can they take us to the game 3? The pressure is on now for MKOI to weather the storm. They're just going to concede these tier 2s. Still 4 minutes away before Soul is even on the table for MKOI.
But where do you go from here for MKOI? You have no flashes. Your ways to engage is just Alvaro getting in there somehow. Jojo sure has the flash, but he can't engage. Let's see how the Baron will be used here by Vitality. If they can actually get a siege up, or if the wave clear of victory is just going to be too powerful.
Linces with ulti split pushing in the mid lane. Good recognition of their power in the form of a semi-global. You can join at any time. The Grand Starfall. Jojo Pune powerful enough to clear out a lot of these minions, although slowly but surely this tower is being chipped away at. Super minions in the mid lane demand attention, and it means MKOI likely to concede another tower here.
Yeah, but the waves are not completely synced from Vitality. They haven't synced up the waves, so now you're going to see Supa here still. Jojo Pune might not make it to clear this wave. And
Dash in, Coling good, body block. No, not entirely. Supa forced the ulti. Vitality chipping away at cooldowns. Ulti's down, forcing them back now to the fountain. Supa with a target on his back in this fight. Tower respawning at 1/3 HP. Huge damage onto Kaza. The Arcane Storm pushing Vitality back for 1 wave, but another coming in the top wave.
But he has the Vamp Scepter. Maybe he can live steal a little bit on this wave, get that health bar back up, because MKOI now lost the Chaos Storm.
Super is in the mid lane. Vitality looking for the victory march. Dash in from Alvaro, just barely clips him, but the follow-up damage is simply not there. Supa's got nowhere to go. Dash in from Knock Knocko. Supa being forced back. Vitality marching their way into MKOI's base, bringing us to a game 3. They looked down and out, but in game 2, they have come alive. Kaza a bit too excited, but you can understand why, as we're gonna move on to a game 3.
And let it be known. Yet. Or you just go for the Shen top, unless that's an Alistar top. But I highly
We're not playing Classic. We're not playing Classic. It's going to be the Shen top into the K'Sante. So, you know, nice combo. He can secure his own camp.
This is
now it's a battle over Crab.
Not going to fight in the lane this game. It's going to be those scrappy jungle fights. So Elioya really wants to scrap, but Linces won't give it up for free.
Linces forced to use the call of the pack. Combo onto Fleshy, but that's all of their cooldowns for Alvaro gone. Using the heal for the extra movement speed to get out of the crash down. Supa is now forced to retreat. Fiesta moving in. The Grasping Maw can come out in a second, but a nice knock-up onto Fiesta makes it a little bit harder for them to pursue. Sidestep from Alvaro doesn't really mean anything, and it's first blood for Linces.
And look, Lunces now, he's not going to take the bot crab, he's going to chase Elyoya into top set. No flash on Jojo here. Fletch is here as well.
Jojo Pune comes in, uses the wall to get Fleshy out of the picture, but now he's just going to fall. He's got no egg! He's got no flash! And it's not the Jarvan he needed to worry about. You and leave. Maybe you're right, but instead, he went for a totally unnecessary route of play where he had to dodge stuff.
I love that.
I love it too. If he had died, though, it would have been very, very bad. And speaking of... less survivability. Waiting on the egg should be available soonish if it's not available now. Is Elyoya going to kick things off? Good two-man Cataclysm. Flash out from Karzi. Supa on the way in. Desperate to hold on. Desperate to carry as Mirwan's going to fall. But that's down for Fiesta. MKOI find the angle. And they pounce on Vitality as they grab two.
I mean, it's a fantastic find by MKOI as we countercaster curse them. As we saw Vitality doing so many good plays. But when you look at this play, you knew Elyoya was in that banana bush. You knew he was standing there looking to engage on you. And you still walked up. You chose this fight. It's now Lunces.
Supa dash back. Q flash going forward from Knock-Knocko. W flash, or W not going to connect. Strong position is a bit of a nightmare now for them.
Yeah, but I think this is a pretty weird swap from MKOI. They are swapping the Kaza into the K'Sante, which they can't really dive. Meanwhile, they're leaving MKOI.
Just drops the aggro and Mirwan just goes down.
Yeah, they're just leaving Mirwan down here solo to fend for himself against the Ziggs. Ziggs really wants to be alone there hitting your tower. Let's see if MKOI can dive this K'Sante, but still, he's very tanky.
Knock-Knocko has the power to go all out. They're going to need to stagger their CC to make sure they don't throw everything away here. No wave there. Jojo Pune going to tank a tower shot, getting lower and lower. Severing Bolt, not needed. Is there enough damage there? Rolls out the carpet for him. Meanwhile, in the top lane fight, Knock-Knocko going all out, but the stun is there to hold on to dear life. Q going to finish it. The Acathian Rain getting one back as Jojo Pune now running. Comet not going to be there. Extra movement speed for Fiesta. Oh, he missed it! Jojo, are you kidding me? Jojo! Strong Cyclo Sword as well. A lot of burst damage available for Vitality if they can find it on the right target. But Supa can take his time. To the left or right, so love to see it. Keep an eye on it for Alvaro and Linces. Who gets the mental edge here? As Fear lands onto Alvaro. 3K left on the Herald. All of MKOI now arriving to the play. Elyoya into the back line. Karzi, nice initial interrupt. Ulti onto the entire team. That's big damage, but there's no one else there to follow up. Karzi's ulti was massive, but no one can do anything now. Linces does manage to get the objective, but jumps over the wall and just drops the Rift Herald. Battle Herald now, trying to ride through the rest of the team. Knock-Knocko coming over the wall, pulling him into the Herald. Knock back to the wall. Linces ready for the reset, gonna jump in and dive onto Supa. Now has the reset ult, ready to go. The dogs are barking, but MKOI are still standing. Jojo will finally fall. Linces dodging out. Flash over the wall there. Dizzy is Linces.
Where the damage comes.
We're not done. The fight is going. Alvaro going for the knock-up. Linces going to pull back. Big damage though coming out from Linces as he's now unstoppable. His ulti not quite ready to go, but he's still on the hunt for Elyoya. Elyoya down, double kill for the dogs. Vitality rushing forward as MKOI start to fall apart. Knock-Knocko clearing out the wave. The Chemtech Drake in the sights of Vitality. Fiesta doesn't even need to be here. He's already TPing up top lane just to make sure that they can push for as much as humanly possible.
And we didn't see how that fight started, but it's Elyoya and Alvaro going down initially in the fight. And when you're engaged, dies and engaged during the fight, something went really, really wrong. Maybe Supa didn't have that ult to follow up. Maybe they got caught out by Fleshy. But it's once again in the mid game where MKOI gets sloppy. They aren't taking the correct steps. They aren't choosing the correct fights. And Mirwan
going all out now for Knock-Knocko. Alvaro there, but it's too late. Pathmaker, Knock-Knocko should have enough healing to survive. Pullback is good. He needs to keep hitting a target, though the tower is there. Fiesta, can he 1v1 Supa? Supa, this is the ideal circumstance. Right on top of the mage. The double is there. A little bit messy from feels like it's nearly impossible, but maybe if Alvaro and Elyoya can find the perfect angle to start a fight, he can make it happen.
Exactly. It's really on Alvaro and Elyoya to find a good fight for Supa so he can shine.
Karzi marked. Elyoya gonna move in, flag and drag, locks up onto Karzi, immediate interrupt coming in for the rest of the team. Pulled back. All out goes Knock-Knocko to stop Elyoya from coming in. It's Fiesta over the wall. Mark up onto Supa. Reset's coming in for Vitality. Good damage from Jojo, but it's not enough. Reset on the ulti coming in for Linces. Dogs moving in once again. The pack is calling, and MKOI simply cannot answer in the face of the overwhelming damage of Vitality.
And Elyoya tries to find engage to set up Supa, but it's Linces who has that dog in him that turns the fight for MKOI, and they're gonna turn to Baron.
He absolutely does, Finn. Incredibly dominant fight It just seems like everything is falling apart for MKOI. Game 1 looked like a top-tier team versus a bottom-tier team, but Vitality crawled their way back in Game 2 and are fist-fighting MKOI in Game 3. What a turnaround!
What are you doing?
I don't know what he's doing. He's dying.
Oh, he's flashing out. He's trying to make something happen here. He actually pulled him off the Baron. Flash out even before your team even has followed up on the engage. It's a pretty bad fight.
Oh, lock up there. Alvaro going over the wall. Linces forced to use the throw attack a little bit early. Fleshy now following up the shattering strike. It's Knock on the front lines, and Alvaro first to fall as MKOI retreat back to their red buff, trying to get more space. Q flash forward from Knock. He wants to make the difference. Ready for the fire to rain from the sky as Fiesta with the spiraling despair gets a ton of work done. Supa running. Knock unstoppable with the barrier keeps Supa standing. Karzi trying to zone away.
I think he's the dragon there. The dragon is back in.
Mirwin finds Karzi, but now he's against 2 mages. Is he tanky enough? It looks like the answer is absolutely not. All of Vitality collapse on him. They make it look too damn clean. 10 seconds till the Chemtech Soul will belong to Vitality.
And look at what MKOI are doing. They are looking to start the... Supa is in base. Elyoya just starts the Baron, tries to pull all of Vitality here.
They can't group in the pit. They're just going to be fishing a barrel for the double mages of Vitality. Supa on the side can do a lot of work if his front line lives, and they are not living. Fleshy now on the charge. Okay, well, we're about to fight again, because why would we do anything else? 26 kills, 24 minutes into this game. Linces walking way too far forward. Free damage, but that's the ulti onto Supa. He's 50% HP, and now Vitality ready to turn back, keep the fight going. Severing Blow connects again. Ticking. Baleful Torch. Does he have Deathfire Touch as well? Supa might still follow to this. Ticking health bar. Alvaro getting zoned back. Supa does manage to survive, but his support will not. Recall still coming in for Supa. Operating close to that tower, but not too concerned. Spiraling Despair onto Elyoya as Vitality force MKOI back. Now, setting their sights on the Baron. Again, a very, very slow Baron. With this kind of advantage, with Alvaro already dead, with Supa forced back, they should be able to take it.
I mean, it's a slow Baron, but they still have that Neferi who does so much damage to Baron, has all those darkened daggers just piercing the heart of the purple monster. Let's see if MKOI can actually try to contest this, because Elyoya is sprinting for his life. He's trying to do everything he can to get into these pits.
7K, 6K, getting lower. A flag, a drag,
a dream,
a cataclysm, 4K. They've split him back away from the team. Supa off to the side, jumping to the back line. Should just be able to one-shot Karzi. Taunt is there for Mirwin, doing his best to front line. But the dogs, they're on top of Supa. There's no way for him to go. Jojo Pune running away. 3,000 gold lead for Linces, 8-0-7. I was a little bit nervous when he locked us in Champion Select.
Supa, he needs to make a miracle. He needs to have the perfect fight to come back into this game.
Mirwin splitting, doesn't have the Stand United, but does have access to the TP. Wall behind Fleshy, but Knocko also splitting. Crystalline Overgrowth knocked down the tower, just about instantly disappearing. A greater advantage. It means this Red Bull Baron power play is negative rather than positive, and it means MKOI have a lot more space to play with than they probably should at this kind of gold deficit.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is the sheer amount of damage on this Vitality comp right now. You have Linces, Fiesta, Karzi, every ability hitting so hard. Look at Mirwin. His items aren't really tanky.
Elyoya. Fear, the Spiraling Despair. Fiesta tries to proto belt out, but the Cataclysm still catches him, and now MKOI have an angle to follow up. Fiesta buys an extra second with the Zanyas. Linces now on the collapse. Supa flying into the backline, but he can't hit anybody. Forced away, 50% HP. Fiesta still face tanking through the power of the Chemtech Soul, and it's Jojo Pune losing out as Fiesta still lives for far too long. Jojo Pune finds the shutdown. Karzi on the chase, Knocko to finish it.
Oh, it's a chase now, it's a chase.
Supa running. MKOI simply too far behind. Vitality winning out with their wallets in an otherwise close fight as Fleshy will fall as well. What? But Supa's still alive! What? He takes another one with him. It's all eyes on Linces and Knocko to hold it. Alvaro, the sacrificial cow, to give the team space thrown away as Linces is legendary.
This game's fights are crazy, Dracos. I mean, it's a miracle that MKOI are finding some sort of fighting capabilities. This will just be the Elder Dragon for the Neferi. Like, Knocko's gonna push out this wave, and I think they're gonna start it together. But the fact that they found that pick onto Fiesta, and the fact that they lived for so long before going down is crazy.
And I take it back, Chemtech Soul may be good on everyone. Yeah, how did he live for so long? Knocko going all in on Elyoya. Again, the only goal here is to keep them away from this Elder Dragon, and it takes a lot of time for Linces to do it.
7K, Elyoya's gonna manage to end up being here. He's gonna come down to 50-50, but the Neferi's Smite is very strong with a double Dark and Dagger.
That it is. TP now coming in. Ziggs on the way. Carzy on the way. All 5 members of Vitality in the area. Mir1 getting pulled back. They backed away from the Elder. Now MKOI need to immediately retreat, but they might not have the space to do so. Forced to fight in the pinch. Vitality are uncertain if they want to keep going, but that answer is not the case for Lenses, who goes way too far. Forced now into the GA. Bomb across the top. The Mega Inferno Bomb not connecting. Good pacing coming in from MKOI. Fiesta caught in the Cataclysm. The follow-up damage not quite there. Fear onto JoJo. Fleshy forced back. Elder back in the sights of Vitality.
Super, you know he wants to out-attack people, but how can he out-attack someone? Linces goes in, gets popped by the GA, but still, Fiesta, Carzy, the range, the CC of Vitality nullifies any attempt that Super has to carry this game.
Waiting, taking their time. They're going to execute at the last possible second to ensure they have the most possible uptime on Elder.
Yeah, Linces is just going to stay on the map and make sure the whole team is on the map already when this Elder is killed, to make sure they have as long as time possible to make this Elder buff work, to at least break an inhib, at least an inhib.
Yeah, really taking his time. Bro,
okay.
This is rude.
Okay, just kidding.
This is like when the cat brings home the mouse or the bird and it's not really dead. They're just batting at it. I guess it's a dog instead. But there you go. That's the Borgdor.
Sonya says the Mega Inferno Bomb, and never mind.
No, Kanzanya is that. Flashing away. He's still dead.
Oh my
gosh.
Is that one ult?
80 carries. It's time for you to get on social media and complain, boys. The mages are here.
Tweets,
fire up the tweets. The mages are here
right now. I want to see a hate spread for 6. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that was one super mega Inferno Bomb that killed Super.
Taking him down. Empowered by Elder, to be fair, but Vitality on a victory march. MKOI did a good job in the last fight, but they're simply too far behind in gold. All their previous mistakes catching up to them. Could not fight on even footing. Vitality in the victory lap.
Oh my god.
Vitality set to take down MKOI. MKOI set to go 0-3 in Paris. KC fans eating good today.
And Fiesta, what a display of confidence on this way. Solo killing Georgia Pyun. Finally bouncing back after his first 2 series, but look at the TP here. Alvaro is behind.
Alvaro on the flank, immediately going to get interrupted. Still finds the 2-man knockup. They're holding on to hope. Georgia Pyun doesn't have the ulti in the right spot, and Alvaro's just going to die. That's it. Flash in from Fleshy, looking for the re-engage. Manages to lock up 3. The immediate follow-up coming in for the rest of Vitality. Ulti from Lenses. The egg is there. Scrambling Georgia Pyun in his own base as he remains legendary. 11-0-7 for those dogs as Vitality cut down MKOI and Paris comes to life. The hate watchers eating good as Vitality strikes back.
What a comeback for this Vitality team.